What's up guys, and welcome back to Move Plus. Hope you've had an awesome day. So we're gonna start off with 1 minute of cardio of your choice now. We're just gonna go nice and simple, running high knees for 30 seconds, and then running butt kicks for the other 30 seconds. Once we clear that, we've got a 4-minute section where we're gonna go 20 mountain climbers. We then move into 10 upright rows, into 10 strict presses, and then into 10 air squats. And that'll just be on repeat for those 4 minutes. You good to go, Em?
Yep.
All right, starting in 10, so 1 minute of cardio of your choice, guys. You can do what we're doing, or you can mix in your own things too. We're going in 3, 2, 1, and go for it. So if you're doing what we're doing, guys, this is a really good one if you're a bit pushed for space, a bit pushed for equipment, that sort of thing. It's nice and straightforward. Main things we're thinking about is staying nice and light on the balls of the feet, and we're trying to get the knees up around hip height. So if you can give yourself a marker to have like a standard movement with this, it's getting those knees up so the thighs kind of parallel to the ground at the top. In about 10 seconds time, we're gonna switch to those butt kicks. So trying to get your heel to hit your hands behind your butt there. 3, 2, 1, and go for it. So you notice as she moves through this, she's keeping the thighs pretty much vertical, right? So it's all about that lower leg coming up behind versus the knee kind of raising out the front and the hip flexors getting overly involved with that. It's more about getting those hamstrings on. So about 10 more seconds and then we'll roll into this 4-minute AMRAP. So it's gonna start off with 20 mountain climbers. 3, 2, 1, and go for it. Okay, so we're in a push-up position, running the legs underneath the body. So we're trying to keep that torso kind of as still as we can. Nice active shoulders. And we want to see that knee come up to about kind of chest or sternum height there. Move from the 20 mountain climbers to the 10 upright rows. Now, Em's going with a single dumbbell. If you have a kettlebell or a backpack or 2 dumbbells, just all the same motion with this. Nice high elbows, body stays completely still. And just thinking about keeping the shoulder blades wound back together just to enable good posture there. And once that's done, we're going to move to the strict press. So she's going hands to the outside of the dumbbell. Again, lower body stays locked in place like the upright row. There's no momentum from the lower body. We just want to see the elbows kind of just slightly forward of the dumbbell in the bottom there, so making that front rack position and then popping that head through as she hits the lockout. All right, so moving to the air squats now. So stance is probably a little wider than what we had for the upright row and the strict press. That was probably about a hip's width. This is now a shoulder width with the toes starting to fan out a little bit. So creating a little bit more ease through the hips to create depth. You see those knees are going to kind of point outwards as she comes down and looking for the hips to go below the height of the knee. All right, so back to the mountain climbers again. So as I said, we just keep cycling that sequence for these 4 minutes. I want to see the other leg, the one that's extended, go all the way out. So nice straight body position, trying to let yourself get into a kind of a jackknife hip position there. And with this row, we kind of have like 2 points or 2 markers of this. So one is arms at full extension at the bottom, and then collarbones is our top marker there. So looking for that collarbone mark to get to the top. Elbows are going to stay above the wrists at the peak of the movement. Okay, last 2 minutes. Okay, and back to the air squats. So if you have trouble with flexibility or mobility as you move through these squats, guys, you feel like maybe your heels are lifting or your knees want to collapse in, slow it down a little bit, maybe do it to a marker like a chair, or if you happen to have like a med ball or something, use something just to keep a control on it, make sure we prioritize everything being in the right position. The depth is very important, but we want to make sure we're not sacrificing other things just to get there. Okay, about to roll into the final minute. So with the press, guys, even though this is shoulders doing the work, we're gonna think about trunk really supporting it. So I think this is actually an ab movement as well as a shoulder movement. So keeping those ribs down, staying tight through there, so that we don't get leaned back or kind of drifting those hips forward as we press. Okay, last 15 seconds. Three, 2, 1, and done. All right, that is the warm-up done, guys.